I think this is a buying opportunity. If you look at 2018, it really set up nicely for small caps. You got deregulation, you got lower corporate tax rates, and you've got rising interest rates, which is good for the dollar, which should also be good for small caps. And then on top of all that, you get a trade war where small caps are basically considered almost a safe haven. So what we've seen in the last month is basically this trade war trade sort of unwinding, right? Right when we had the agreement with Mexico, all of a sudden the small caps start to relatively underperform by about 5%. So we're seeing that play through. I think now is an opportunity to buy on this weakness and look forward to better small cap outperformance for the rest of the year.
A2, Eric?
Yeah, we'd have to agree that the pullback that we've seen over the last month probably is an opportunity. It's probably a healthy thing, too, to see profit taking after small caps had really outperformed year to date. And we're finding some selective opportunities. Right now, we're looking at areas of the market that are probably a little less loved, and maybe investors have kind of given up on things like materials and energy.
Yeah. Like what? Energy and materials?
Yeah, those are a couple areas. We also like some areas of the market in technology where you have secular growth stories that we think are really under-recognized by the street.
Sandy, what do you think about the idea of small cap financial stocks? Bob Pisani ran through some of those performances that we're seeing as interest rates rise. Is that an opportunity?
It absolutely is. As interest rates go up, these banks are going to be able to get a wider net interest margin. And we love a bank called First Hawaiian that's doing some great things. And I think some of the smaller cap regional banks are going to, really have an opportunity to outperform as rates even go higher throughout the rest of the year.
Is there going to be consumer demand for loans, Sandy, in your view, with interest rates going higher?
I think there always will be, and I think that's going to be a good opportunity for, we're going to see continued strength in GDP, continued strength in demand for loans, and it should continue to prop up the economy and look forward into a good, back fourth quarter of the year.
Eric, apart from the trade argument that sort of favored or put a wind behind some of the small caps earlier in the year, there was the idea that tax reform was going to help them and help their profits greatly. Do you expect that after this trade supplement to their prices gets unwound, that the core argument that the small companies are going to do well, going to benefit from tax reform, is going to come back into play and drive them higher?
Well, there's no question that that's been a big help to earnings. I think going forward, now we're going to start to see all this excess cash flow that has been generated by tax reform by a lot of these small cap companies start to get reinvested in the business. So we think there could be a whole new capital spending cycle really start to emerge over the next year. And that could be good for a lot of domestic companies, but especially the small cap stocks.